So Sunday at the darts, Sunday the 28th of December today. The action will start in around half an hour's time. Recording this very late, but who cares? Day 15 of the Worlds, and we're getting to the really meaty part now, isn't it? Whereas obviously round 3, round 4 starts tomorrow, the last 16, and we're getting closer to crowning the new world champion. Or will it be a new world champion? Will Luke Littler retain his crown, or will someone else take it off him? Starting off with today's afternoon session, then Martin Schindler takes on Ryan Searle. This afternoon session is stacked full of quality and stacked full of stories. Players looking to get into that top 4 for a Premier League spot. I think, you look at that, you look at the afternoon compared to the evening. I don't think there's a bad game in any of them. I think all 6 games are absolute belters. So starting off anyway, Martin Schindler against Ryan Searle. Both have been good in their first 2 games. They've done professional jobs in getting to the last 32. Martin Schindler getting past Keane Barry last game. Ryan Searle getting past Brendan Dolan, who again are 2 good players that they've just beaten in the second round. I think it goes all the way. I think Martin Schindler, Ryan Searle goes all the way. I'm going to go 4-3 to the wall. I think Martin Schindler beats Ryan Searle 4-3 to book his place into the last 16. Damon Heta, Rob Cross, 2 players who are massively out of form. Massively out of form. Nowhere near the form that they should be at. For me, Damon Heta, Rob Cross are probably top 10 in the world on their A game, and they look completely starved of real quality in either of their both games. I think Rob Cross looks slightly better in round 1 than what Damon Heta did in round 1, and I'd say Damon Heta slightly better in round 2 than what Rob Cross did. I'm going to go Damon Heta 4-2. I think it's going to be one of those scrappy ones which nip and tuck all the way until Damon Heta builds a bit of a gap and a bit of a lead. I think he wins 4-2. Gary Anderson, Jermaine Wattimena. Now, this is the best version of Jermaine Wattimena we've seen, isn't it? By a mile. He's really competing with the top of the top. Gary Anderson looking to reach the last 16 of the World Championship. If he gets a couple more wins, he's in the Premier League contention. Whether he accepts it or not, who knows? But Gary's playing a lot more darts recently, so if he does get that call for the Premier League, he probably goes, I think, to give it one last shot. But Jermaine Wattimena is a tough cookie to break. I'm going to go for another 4-3. I'm going to go Gary Anderson 4-3. I've gone 4-3 Martin Schindler to beat Ryan Searle, 4-2 Damon Heta to beat Rob Cross, 4-3 Gary Anderson to beat Jermaine Wattimena. I think all 3 games, just like in the evenings, we'll go through in a minute, all 3 could go either way. Jan van Veen takes on Madars Razma in the first game of the evening. Now, Madars Razma, of course, getting good to get to the 3rd round, but it ends here, doesn't it? Jan van Veen is too good. Whether people disagree or agree, I couldn't really care, in my opinion. I think Jan van Veen is the 3rd favourite behind Luke. Both Lukes have found difficulties before in big games, and Jan van Veen's the only person to beat both of them on tour in a major this year, isn't he? So that's got to show for something. I think he beats Razma 4-1. Luke Humphries, Gabriel Clemens. Now, you'd fancy Luke Humphries, but there's something about Gabby Clemens in games like this where you just don't know. You just don't know. He beat Geraint Price a few years ago when he reached the semi-finals of the Worlds. He knocked out Vessel Nyman in round 2. That there is that chance that Clemens could beat Luke Humphries, but I'm going to go 4-2 for the world number 2. And then Michael van Gerwen takes on Arno Merk. Now, we looked at Arno Merk against Peter Wright and we thought it was a one-sided game. And it was just not in favour of Snakebite. Arno Merk beating Peter Wright 3-0, dumping him out of the Worlds. Takes on Michael van Gerwen in round 3, who obviously poses threat. Arno Merk. You don't knock out Kim Huybrechts round 1. I can't remember Peter Wright round 2 and not have something about you. I think Michael will know that. Michael nearly got beat in round 1, didn't he? So, and William O'Connor give him a good game in round 2. So Michael will know that Arno Merk is not someone to take lightly. I reckon 4-2 again. So I've gone Jan van Veen to win 4-1. over Manos Rasma, a 4-2 win for Luke Humphries over Gabriel Clemens, and a 4-2 win for Van Geuwen over Arno Merck. Let me know your thoughts down below. Day 15 predictions. Let me know your predictions down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Speak to you in a bit.